moving. We're in the UK. Let's drive into the next showroom. Oh, it was right near the front. Been back in the country more than a couple of hours. Hit Sainsbury's Donuts out of all the supermarkets are the most banging donuts. Got some Bisto, got some Paxo, Kevin's got himself some pickle. I feel like we're on holiday, and I tell you what, you're not going to be thinking, oh, you're off your head, Willow. We've gone to Sainsbury's, yeah, and the prices ain't as dear as what we remember. I mean, £1.30 for frozen fruit, that's cheap.
It is. £1.60.
£1.60 either way, that's still cheap.
Were these frozen?
No, chilled. Happy girl. I feel like I'm on holiday. Love it. Oh, you're going to take your first bite as well, Kev?
Oh, yeah. Now, last time I had a Sainsbury's donut, Sainsbury's jam donut, it wasn't jam, was it?
There's nothing. Oh, one of them had custard and one had nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
So in Germany they had one called a Berlin, so it had loads of jam, really chunky jam in it, and it was iced. Yummy. See you later, happy people. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I did pick up the last one. Then you put the strip down.
Happy birthday!
It's supposed to be here, yeah?
No,
I know, it's surprising you. Hey, John. Happy
Angela,
birthday.
you got skinny in a room.
Yeah, I've got skinny.
Who just wasted
Got
away.
not skinny.
Hi, guys.
Really want to got the toothpick out?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
So, have a guess where we might be. So, it begins with L, ends with Dun. There's a few towers and many bridges, and
The old skyscraper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And of course a red bus.
quite a few red buses, and their taxis are.
Black, as in a rule.
So, I had a break from those like really creamy coloured taxis from Germany, and we're going back to black taxis because we're in London. Yeah, I would say country number 22, 23.
But we live here and we left here, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really count.
We weren't going to come back, but we come back. So yeah, if any of you have never been to London before, it is one of the best cities in the world. And I'm not just saying it, Multicultural, many languages being spoken. The first day we got here, we walked just local, like no one's speaking English, and we love that about it.
Yeah, and you can eat any cuisine 24 hours a day pretty much.
Yeah,
Transport is brilliant.
24 hours.
Yeah, transport runs 24 hours. It ain't the cheapest in Europe, but it's certainly the most available.
Yeah, it's good. And we'll take you with us. And if you wonder who this handsome dude is, this is my baby. Yeah. Right, say your name?
Yeah.
Ethan. So this is Ethan, our youngest son. Yeah, and he's the one who's surprised. Was you surprised to see us?
Yes, I was surprised. It was my 30th birthday and they surprised. They said they was going to miss it. I'm thinking, what? But yeah, they showed up, so I'm happy.
Yeah. So, yeah, back with our babies.
Yeah.
So, we will see you in a bit. So I hope you enjoy coming along with us. Bye. So we've got an iconic view here of Tower Bridge. So a lot of people that are not from the UK think that that's London Bridge, but that is Tower Bridge. Then you've got the HMS Belfast, and then you've got the tower in the background, off with their heads. And you'll see from on the other side of the water, there's quite a bit of new building that's gone on over the past decade. And this one is known as the cheese grater. Now the garden at the top, you can go up there, you don't have to pay, but it's a free wait.
The gherkin's behind.
Yeah, the gherkin's behind, you've got the shard behind. Bit of a, in the corner there, just there, yeah. St Paul's. This is the Thames. It is tidal. It doesn't look it, but the Thames is one of the cleanest rivers, and there's quite a lot of wildlife in there, otters and big fish and what have you. And we have the odd larger like whale type of thing now and again get themselves come up this way. And if you keep going that way, after Tower Bridge, I believe that's the last bridge, and in East London, from there on it's kind of like East London, there is no more bridges. And that bridge there, that's London Bridge. So many years ago, the Americans bought our old London Bridge that was taken down and wondered why there was no towers, because they thought it was Tower Bridge they were buying. So this is like an Uber boat. You can jump off on and off these. They go quite a bit down the river. I think they go as far as Hampton Court, and up to Docklands going the other way. And you can see by the flag it's Pride Month.
There was a kid that found
Any information about HMS Belfast, my love?
Part of the Imperial War Museum. Along, so you've got the Imperial War Museum at the Elephant Castle. And this is part of the same group. And also, yeah, they got a few sites. I'm struggling to remember the one with all the planes, where you can go and sit on a Concorde and.
Oh,
Duxford.
Duxford. I know it began with a D. I got it right. Actually, did.
Yeah.
It did begin with a D.
Oh, I was just saying about the because we were looking at the thing. So the people actually walk up and down this when the tide's out.
Yeah.
People can actually go down here, and they're called mudlarks.
Mudlarks.
Yeah.
and all sorts of treasures.
And they you find all sorts of treasures. Just, you know,
Yeah.
surprisingly, it's still dating back.
Yeah.
I think you have to be registered or whatever. You can't just walk down there because it's quite dangerous.
But there is some parts along here that have got like beach areas, haven't they?
Across the river.
Yeah, so across the river there you can get down there like beach areas, but it's really advisable not to swim in it because it is a very busy. There's loads of clipper boats and
Not just that, the current.
Yeah, the current is proper
the
dodge.
current is huge. And the tidal range is massive.
yeah. So yeah, there's a little bit of history, and on the train we got from where we're staying near to where we live on the overground to London Bridge took 20 minutes.
Yeah,
20 minutes and for a fiver.
Most of the outlying stations is about 20 minutes to central London. There's you can buy a ticket that goes to London, which enables you to travel to any one of the sort of London stations from one of the outer lying boroughs.
And we was all looking at this one. You see the one where they've got the cranes on and the building in front? None of us remember this. So we'll have to find out what building that is. But sadly, they really do cram everything in here. So yeah. So a lot of it around here was all warehouses and stuff. And a lot of them, as you can see, has all been rejuvenated and what have you, turned into either housing or offices. I have to admit, I've been in it a couple of times. You need all day to see everything, but you've also got to be a very keen historian or somebody that's interested in all that stuff, because it's quite vast, isn't it? There's a lot of information to read.
You can go around the Tower Bridge as well. That's quite cool.
Yeah.
Tells you the history of Tower Bridge, how it works. Take you down into the inside, shows you how it works.
Yep.
And you can go up the top and walk across the top as well.
Yep. And also the bridges do still raise up. The odd ship they'll come through, the whole of it comes to a standstill, and it can cause a few issues with the Eldon traffic. It's fine. You can see all the amount by the boats. So some of the people use these, and like the Uber and the are they called the Clippers? Yeah, by Thames Clipper. Yeah, so you just use them like boats, buses.
With your Oyster card.
Yeah, you can use them with your Oyster card.
Just over there is the monument.
What? Oh yeah. So that's see the building past the ship with the gold tip on it. That's the monument, and that is there to commemorate where the Great Fire of London happened.
I thought it was Baker Street.
No, Pudding Lane.
Pudding Lane, that's it. Pudding Lane, and you can
Market.
yeah, you can walk
Market,
up that. Yeah, you can walk up that. So, thanks to the Great Fire of London, it kind of wiped out the plague as well, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
Yeah, so that was handy. Yeah, so there was lots of wooden bridges and what have you that were over the Thames. A lot of them burnt down. So there was a bit of isolation between the northern and the southern side of the Thames for some time, sadly. But yes.
That's why we're on the south side.
Yeah. What side? Hang on a minute. Let's put it to the vote. What side's the best side? North or south?
Obviously, it's got to be south. We're South Londoners.
Yeah, we're South London.
South London posse, so in North London. South London. South London. Ooh, and I can feel some
Rain.
Rain.
Welcome to
South
London.
London's where all the trains used to terminate and where all the theatres were, because they weren't
Yes.
allowed across the water into the cities.
Yes.
And I feel like we've got more green spaces. They have bigger parks, but we've got more parks, if you know what I mean. Just, wouldn't you say that?
Well, I don't know, North London's bigger than South London, so it doesn't really...
No, I feel like South is a lot greener.
Yeah.
And it's a lot less busy.
It is
We don't
less
have
busy.
as many tube stations, which is annoying, but
Yeah.
we can still get around.
Yeah, the tube network is amazing here. But then every tube network we've been on, or metro, some of you know it as, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Londoners are quite proud people, to say the least. So yeah, that's a little bit of history so far. So let's continue. Okay, so the Tower Bridge was, construction started in 1896.
1886.
Oh, no, sorry, 1886, and the work finished in 1894. And you can't see it at the moment, but the Tower of London was built in.
1087 by William the Conqueror.
There you go. And poor Anne Boleyn was beheaded there, as were probably.
Along with many
I was
others.
going to say, probably were along with a lot more people too. As you can see, you can get down there. So, as somebody that works and lives in London, if you had to describe in one sentence London to our viewers that are across the water and in other parts of the world, what would you say?
It is, I would say, I've been to a fair few cities, but London is one of the best cities in the world. It's so multicultural. You can hear every language being spoken on a daily basis. So many different eateries. I mean, I've lived here the majority of my life, and I'm still discovering new places every week, every day. It's so easy to get around as well with our public transport. Yeah, and it's just all around pretty. It's gorgeous.
So if you was to live anywhere in the UK, where would it be?
No, you can't live anywhere other than London. Other cities don't compare to London. I wouldn't even bother going to Manchester or Birmingham. Birmingham being the second biggest city, it's not on par. Their history is not as long, and to be honest, I couldn't live anywhere other than London in the UK. Yeah, obviously there's prettier places, but
Yeah. You've lived in Manchester, so you're talking from
I've
experience.
lived in Manchester. We've lived in Lincolnshire, which was very rural. And I think once you're a Londoner, always a Londoner, you're always going to miss home. I mean, I suppose that's with anywhere though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like, London has a ambience that you can't replicate anywhere else. You cannot replicate it. And you're always going to miss it.
And we've only been back like 3 days, and I'm already thinking, oh my god, I've missed it so much. The ease of it all, really, it's just so easy. I mean, I've had my fish and chips, and I've had a curry, and I've had a kebab, you know, and just...
It's our culture as well. It's our culture. I feel it still can't be replicated, even though there are such multicultural other cities in the world. There's just something about London that just brings everybody together, and you feel at home here. No matter where you're from in the world, there's a little bit for you, whether it's somewhere in East London, somewhere in North London, somewhere in West London. There's little Italy's, little Portugal, little India. There's every little bit. You'll always feel at home in London because it's so multicultural.
Yeah, definitely, and that's one of the things we really, really like and missed about like travelling. So yeah, well, like when we went to like Hamburg, that was quite multicultural as well. So we liked that, and there's a big music thing in there. People come together. We have lots of festivals, so people come together for festivals. And coming up in August, bank holiday, we've got Notting Hill Carnival, which, oh my God, millions of people from all around the world come and visit, and that come about from the people that come over from the Caribbean. They wanted to get together and celebrate and what have you.
And not only is it any Notting Hill Carnival this year, because of the pandemic, because of COVID, the last couple of years it wasn't on. So the last time it was supposed to be on was going to be its 50th year anniversary. So this one is going to be very big.
This way.
Filming me, filming you. Filming me, filming you. Shard, called that because it looks like a shard of glass. So some of you know that the UK is very well known for its pubs, and this will be like a classic looking pub, and a pint in the UK in London is about £7, which is a lot, I think. And they also have them in Germany that look very much like the British ones, but yeah. Look at this building. I don't even know. I don't think I've ever seen this building. Or that one. That's London Bridge Station. Wow. That's what we come out of. They've done that up, haven't they?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So it was a bit grimy back in the day here. But now, oh, very bougie. That's all I'm saying. So guys, guess what? The last time we was here, this building weren't here. But got a nice little church.
Mind you, this one was.
Yeah, this one was. They've cleaned it up, haven't they?
They have, yeah.
They've cleaned it up.
I mean, there's been a church on this site since
there was a church on this site.
Yeah. It's older than the Tower of London, I think.
Really?
Yeah, not the church, but I think the
oh, the fact that there's been a church on this site.
Yeah, I think it's older than the Tower of London.
It's just weird that, like, every time we come back, there's something new, isn't there? So, yeah, we'll see what's around the corner. So, we're not in Greenwich. I just thought I'd just tell you that. Where are we? Look at this. A little clipper of some sort. This is at Mary Overy's Dock from the 16th century. It's a free landing place at which the parishioners of St Saviour's Parish are entitled to land goods free of toll. Your wacky backy? Free if you live nearby. Let me introduce you to Joe. Say hello to Joe. Say hello, Joe. Please donate and help us restore.
£3 minimum.
£3 minimum. What? So there you go. You can just. Yeah, that's just shocking. I suppose it's gonna. It's. Yeah, I suppose the minimum is because of the charges on it.
Yeah.
What's the name of the boat, guys?
Golden Hind.
Imagine being in there when it's
Oh, the Golden Hind. Yeah, there you go.
Imagine being up there when it's a rough sea.
Who are the artists? It looks quite small, but I suppose back in the day it was big.
Yeah.
It's been around for a while.
been there for a few couple hundred years.
Yeah.
400 years.
Whoa. So it set sail from Plymouth in 1577, captained by Francis Drake. So
And Drake was
is that-
knighted for his success.
Oh, so then that makes it Sir
Successes,
Francis. Okay.
Continued to play the role of the English maritime history. Wow.
There you go. As I say, the last time I was here, that building was not there, was it?
Ah.
Where now, Browncow? I don't remember this being uncovered neither. God, that's
Probably
beautiful.
was.
But these are all old.
So obviously, when the plague was happening, people were being buried in mass graves, and sadly, lots of them were dug up when the globe was rebuilt, and they're all now in a warehouse in boxes. One of the reasons why I don't want to be buried. So this is the site. This is a replica of what was here before. Hang on. So yeah, it's a bit of gory history for you. So I think it's pretty sad, to be honest with you, but what can you do?
Shakespeare's Globe. So here we have, guys, the Millennium Bridge, and obviously it opened up in the Millennium. Also, a fun little fact about it, it was in the Harry Potter film, the Half-Blood Prince, and what are they called? I can't remember what they're called, but the bad guys. They destroyed it, and also it was the foundation of the bridge was actually a little off. So when they first opened it, people was walking through it and it was wobbling. So they had to close it for a while and sort of fix it because people were feeling sick because it was so bad. But yeah, there you go, the Millennium Bridge.
The Millennium Bridge.
Followed by St Paul's Cathedral.
St Paul's Cathedral, built by Sir Christopher Wren, if we haven't already said it. And this building in the back there, that's a new building as well. I've seen that one before, but that's a new building. So guys, do you remember I was telling you there's a beach? There you go, you're allowed to go on this one, I believe. It's a nice little beach. It actually smells like the sea, doesn't it?
Oh, it's sea water, isn't it?
Yeah, no, but it's like, it really does smell like it. Good old London town. Look, if you don't believe me, there is beach. Beach in London. Trust me, if the weather was really good, this will be packed. You won't be able to see nothing. Westminster Bridge, you've got Vauxhall Bridge, you've got Lambeth Bridge, there's quite a few bridges up there. You've got MI5 up that way, but see all these buildings, they've been going up in about the last 20 years. London has changed so much, and literally every time we come, there's something new. And it's amazing. You've also got the London Aquarium that's just by the London Eye. It's a really cool aquarium if you're into that sort of thing. It's probably one of the best ones I've been to. But yeah, hope you're loving our city because we love it. Very proud. Route Master. So you can hire them for private parties, and I think on a Sunday some routes have got yeah. So if you go to Baker Street, there's actually the Sherlock Holmes Museum. Yeah, going back to the Route Masters. On a weekend, a couple of the routes run, a few of them, is that right?
Yeah, the 9A and the 11A.
Yeah.
I think they're knocking them on the head.
Yeah.
Heritage routes, they're called.
Yeah. Coming out to the edge of it now. Where are we going now?
Goodbye, guys. I hope you enjoyed our London trip, yeah?
Joe?
Hi guys.
Bye. So we're absolutely cream crackers walking around. We haven't even covered practically, well, anything except for a small bit. Hope you enjoyed coming along with us.
Yep, and this one it is time to say goodbye.
Yeah, there he is. See you soon, guys.
See ya.
Bye.